Let me bring in this point and tell us if we're improving or learning from history. The Lekki Road, I think Lagos State government involved in that one. At that time, there was a lot of hue and cry. But the governor then said, look, these agreements have been signed. Even if mistakes were made, they've been made. So I think subsequently he talked about them setting up a team of people who will read through all the documents before they eventually sign them, such that they avoid any pitfalls that people think they may have fallen into. And today, the road is still there and tolling. And then you have the Niger Bridge, which is also another, I think private sector is also involved in that one. So those two, they're currently ongoing. Are there indications that, okay, we may be moving a little forward?
First, let me say that we have moved, but we have moved very poorly. On a scale of 10, I would say, yes, we've left -5 and we're now at 0. I can't speak authoritatively about the Lekki concession, but all you have to do is go to the documentation and find out what was the plan, how it was supposed to be achieved, and what was achieved. You'll be able to answer that question properly. But at my seminar yesterday, the head of Lekki concession was there, and he spoke. And one of the statements he made, which alarmed everybody, was that you need about 4 to 5 years to put together a proper PPP project, like a road project. That's what he said. And I was pleasantly surprised when he said that, because I know that it's a big challenge to put it together. But Nigerians expect it to be put together in 6 months. You have no intelligence here telling them, oh, this is the process for this thing. It does take a while. I mean, Lagos Ibadan, it's something, a point in time. What the things that happen on Lagos Ibadan, when they are eventually unraveled, will tell you that we just have a serious knowledge deficit. We won the concession in 2009. We got approval of our drawings in 2011. It took 2 years to approve the drawings. There were 4 sets of drawings. It took 2 years to approve them. 12 months later, it's cancelled. I mean, anybody with the mildest understanding of PPP, we know that that cancellation was totally immoral and illegal. And I must add a point. We had a meeting at the highest level where we invited all the investors, and they came. The meeting was chaired by the highest authority of government. And he said, oh, there's no problem with this. Go ahead and continue your work. I'm satisfied. This was on a Friday. On Tuesday, it was terminated. And the next call I got from the investors said, Wale, this is anarchy. And I couldn't reply because really, thank God I wasn't giving them my word. They were at the meeting. Now, when you make this sort of errors, you send messages to investors like it will take a very long time to repair.
If investors read your experience, and even with your own experience, would you continue to bid or participate in public-private partnerships?
Yes, but what I think should happen now is let's have a holistic review. First of all, let's have enlightenment. Government must set up a machinery that will let those who are in charge of monitoring PPP realize that they are not doing the concessionaire a favor. They are working for the country. Let me commend the efforts of the ICRC. I think that's the Concession Regulatory Commission. So far, if you read their reports, you will see a semblance of understanding of the issues. But the law that was enacted in 2005 cannot protect PPP. It must be reviewed. And I gathered that the review has been submitted to the National Assembly. If we're going to have our president succeed in PPP, that law must be implemented as soon as possible.
But PPP, they have a future in this country.
I believe we do. I believe we do. But for us to have a future, the most critical thing is let's become enlightened. Let us put an end to what I've come to describe as the triumph of mediocrity. Let us ensure that we harness talents that are in abundance in Nigeria, put them together, and let's create a system that will work. Let those who are occupying the reins of power realize that if we don't do this, nothing will happen. I will roll out data for you. You go and check every major road that has been under construction through government allocation. Every major one, whether it's Lagos, Abeokuta, or it's Shagamu, Benin, or it's Lokoja to Abuja, any of them, all the parameters have failed, all the timing has failed, and the people have suffered.
Well, Mr. Wale Babalakin is a senior advocate of Nigeria, chairman of Bi-Courtney, also participating in the Economic Summit. Thank you for talking to us today.
The pleasure has been mine, and I wish you a very good time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back after the break. Don't go away.